My computer ain't cool enough to stream.
Totally. Our next session of
Yeah. Alright, let's get it started.
Charlie cleans up the end of his campaign.
I hope someone dies.
Philip, have you watched a movie yet, by the way?
Not recently. Why? What's going on?
The My Little Pony movie came out in theaters on Friday.
What?
So I was wondering if you've watched a movie yet.
Is it good?
How would I know? I'm not a fucking brony.
I don't know. You sound like it'd be right up your alley.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that came back right at you. The
Thanks.
vengeance. Where is my character?
Well, no, I was asking you because I know because you're a brony.
What you talking about?
All right.
I like the
You
first
all
season. That
wake
was
up.
it. Sorry, go ahead.
Y'all wake up. There is. Yeah. God, just be really loud. Why don't you?
Sorry, my bad. Keep
He's
going.
really good at it.
Okay. Back in the camp.
We
Weren't half of us like incapacitated?
everybody was incapacitated except me, and I was completely unharmed. Fortunately, one of the spells I got now that I am rank 3 is called Regrow the Wound, which is basically that thing I use to bring everybody back from the brink of death in the for my Phoenix.
Nice.
Ew.
So yes, I now have that, and I can now put you guys back together again.
So,
I imagine I do a lot of that. I'm currently duct taping the Bushi back together.
well, it's a couple of days later.
Then I have duct taped the Bushi back together, and I'm making sure the duct tape holds.
It can heal my wounds, but it won't cover my shame.
Gains 3 times your Earth Ring and hit points back.
But we get honor for defending a Shugenja or whatever, right? That's a thing.
I believe so.
Would you guys just let me finish my freaking thoughts?
Sorry.
Relax.
I just heard some War of the World shit.
Yeah.
Oh god, are the marksmen attacking?
I thought about all your honor. This is final thoughts of Charlie's. So Charlie would like to reward you all with stuff.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you find yourself back in the camp.
Give me the sweet hot loot.
Oh, samurai serve for the pleasure of their lords, not for loot. But anyway, somehow I spit all over my notes. So you find yourself back in the camp, moving about because you've regained 3 times your Earth Ring in hit points and stuff.
Yay.
And there's a general hustle up camp, and you have heard while recuperating from your wounds that the gap at the wall was sealed back up. Not sealed back up necessarily, but been secured. And your legion is disbanding. However, before all that happens, your Gunzo elf going to reward you all and whatnot. So everybody gains 1.5 ranks of glory.
Yeah.
This most glory I've ever had in any session ever.
0.8.
Because
Very nice.
Y'all get to keep. Y'all get to keep. By the way, too.
I'm sorry, we get to keep what?
They're not asking for it back. Anyway,
Want your used jade powder.
that is a gift to you from the Legion.
Yeah.
Kevin and Andrew gain a half rank of honor for defending the Shugenja the last time.
On the honor bar, once you fill it up, does it go up to 6, or would I need one more to push me over? You get what I'm saying?
Way up, you would go up to 6.0, not 5.10.
Okay.
Philip, you have been promoted officially to the Nikutai and are conferred its status as well.
Nice.
Baller.
Rank of Provisional Legion, which means then the Imperial structure and may call on favors as an Nikutai. However, it does not count in the lands or anybody else's army. You're basically a Hohei as far as they're concerned.
Oh, hey? Oh, ho.
Oh, oh.
Like, she's
So-
a hoe.
That's a 1.5 status.
Thank you. It was going to take me a while
But
to
in
look that up.
special, but in recognition of everybody else's efforts to kill not only an Oni but a full-fledged lost same battle, you all gain special recognition. So you all gain status as well to 1.2.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I'm status 2.
Status 2.
Yep.
Oh, your status 1.2 now. Go back down.
So,
Yes.
sort of hoping I could be 2.2. I am slightly
Okay.
more equal than the rest.
You're exactly where status means that you're saying that you same status as a Shisha or a Gokanin, which is an estate manager. So
I think it's saying.
And sort of comes with being the priest thingy. Or I could have just done it wrong. That's also entirely possible.
you don't gain status unless somebody somewhere recognizes your efforts. On that note, recognizing special efforts,
Alright.
Morikuni is now invited to the Imperial Court in Toshi Rambo for the Winter Court, upcoming Winter Court,
Oh,
as their special Shugenja to perform the closing ceremonies, which is where you get to dress up and run around the building.
no, does he get to do the, what is it? The Demon's Chase?
He's been invited to do the Demon's Chase at the
Yay!
Toshi Rambo
That's
Winter
it.
Court.
That's an awesome ceremony.
Baller.
Let's see. Everybody else is invited to the Crab Court to Rambo, not the one at.
It's not the
Yeah.
one Philip does where we throw everyone out of the ring.
No, that was, shut up.
That one was shut up. Oh, yay.
That was something
Yeah.
different. That was an introduction campaign. You forget that happened.
Thing burned down.
Don't worry.
Well,
No, there's like 3 different versions of it. Don't worry about it. Everyone here has played a different version of it.
Anyway, everybody else has also been invited to Toshi Rambo, but the crab court thing.
awesome.
Cool.
It's like the Crab Emissaries Winter Court. Send it to you by the Gunzo, who knows people. Then recognized by their specific clans and given various landed with their respective clan, and you have the choice of a brew house for sake,
Ooh.
orchard, or an inn.
Brew house. Time to get slammed.
I mean, you can put that in your character biography for later use.
So, can I petition for seppuku?
Alright, sorry, I started to type out to make sure, Charlie. Like, I don't know if it's just on my end, but you're breaking up sometimes when you talk.
Hey, Chris is here.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
What's up, my dude?
Out of left field, a wild Chris appears.
Chris, you get like...
Yeah, I gotta find a way to turn the sound. Hold on.
Let's see, what all we get? We got a rank and a half of honor. And you at least get 1.2 status. I'll put it in the text. Dear Chris, you get a rank
Nothing.
and no,
Yeah, I'm back.
a half of glory.
I can't
I got the
exactly be up all night, but
That's fine. We're not
do
probably
like an hour.
as long as you're here, Chris. You just do what you can with what you have. Now, before you,
I am completely lost as to where the.
we're at the end, sort of.
Can't remember if I was here last week.
This is the end.
We're at the end, figuratively and literally. The end of the session and at the end.
Well,
Chris, just grab the rewards and run.
just happened to be there.
Suddenly, Chris is like, "Yeah, sure, hooray!"
I roll something, right?
I was
Yeah, I'm
secretly there the whole time. Yeah, that's the ticket.
get lost on my way.
Yeah.
Charlie, I petition for
Questions?
seppuku. Did you hear me, Charlie?
Why are you trying to kill yourself?
I
How
failed
do
in
you
my
want to
duties.
speak?
We fought Anoni, and I went down like a sack of potatoes. As the head of the squad, I failed. So I'm
He
petitioning.
died.
I mean, no one died, and we still won and everything. That's great, but like, it was a pretty shameful defeat against Anoni. So I'm petitioning.
Well,
How about instead of killing yourself, you sacrifice yourself in the next fight?
Trust me, I tried.
repeatedly, without fail.
Nope. So, I mean, it's up to my daimyo whether or not he's going to accept that offer, but for the most part, I'm writing it.
Nah, he's Scorpion, so probably not.
I mean, I'm just asking. It's not a guarantee. Oh, daimyo. Yep, there we go. Thank you.
It's just promoted you.
Gotcha.
You can't kill yourself.
I know. I also, in my promotion, I also petitioned for seppuku.
And they ignore you.
Okay, well, we tried. To the next thing.
Yeah. Any question?
Nothing says health like a Death Seeker.
So where are we headed to right now? What are we trying to fight?
Nothing at the moment.
I was just looking for constructive criticism.
Oh, did we ever find or fight that flying demon that led us all the way to the second pit?
He did escape.
Were we supposed to catch him?
Up to you to decide.
Well, while we're all... So this is officially the end right here, right?
This particular campaign, yes.
Awesome. Do you want us to keep going with my campaign while we're all gathered here right now in this one spot?
I don't mind, but I'm gonna have to.
No, I'm fine with whatever.
The next part doesn't really require a lot of combat. It's just kind of mystery and intrigue.
Neat. I need that goddamn ninja.
Am I right? Okay. I'm Shanghaiing this from Charlie. Charlie, your moment is over. Officially. Right now.
Not finishing Charlie's tonight or jumping over to Philip?
We just did. This was Charlie's finish. Charlie, do you submit control?
Yeah, you can go nuts.
Flippin' awesome. Okay.
I took the orchard.
You need to remember what my character's name is.
It is.
Campaign Philip? I completely forgot.
No, it's okay. We're jumping around so much that it almost doesn't matter. You can be whoever you want.
I hope you read the beta
I'm
rules.
just sticking to the same character because I know who that is.
Honestly, I don't think you ever were actually involved in Charlie's campaign all that often, so this works
Yeah,
out.
I think you only showed up once, so
Yes. So as a reminder, you're back in the lands of the
if
lair.
you have kept up with.
I think you're either a crane, doji, something, or you're a phoenix something. I don't remember.
I'm playing a
I'm still
really
the crane.
Yeah.
Who am I? Tell me.
Charlie, you're a
Oh,
scorpion.
no.
You're a scorpion. He likes to use the Kusuragama. What is
yeah.
it? Drew, you're a Toku, Monkey Clan. Kevin, you're
Yes.
a real clan. You Smith.
I have my character sheet open. Don't worry.
Thank you.
I already know.
Just making sure. Masako Khan, you're apparently a man who just can like pull people together, and you shoot giant flames of jade and rock. And you beat people to death at Setsubo. Is everyone on the same page?
Yep. This one, the difference between this one and the last guy is this guy is at least 30% more arrogant.
I believe it. He has every right to be. He's killed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and he also has void magic, so that's a thing.
That's also legit. Are we all good?
Yep.
Sweet. You're back to the lair, mountainous region. Y'all recently got back from an excursion involving Oni. It turns out the ninja were not responsible for that particular area. Was that important? Who knows? They recently tasked you with trying to find the ninja. You recently went into an inn, you talked with the innkeeper. He served you tea, a lot of people were suspicious.
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 We were also asking the innkeeper if he was a ninja for some reason.
He said he was not a ninja, he swears. He does talk about that if he was a more intuitive and investigative person, he has suspicions of where this and areas of interest if y'all want to talk to him about it.
Ask him what areas of interest are we looking for again?
He says that while the poisonings have been random and inconsistent, there have been interesting areas involving the sickness.
Ask him if he can give us more information. We might make it worth his while as I roll a koku between my fingers.
Ooh, how you roll? Kevin, would you like to roll a temptation roll?
Yes, of course.
It's a low skill. You might lose honor.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Yet another advantage of being a Shugenja, because I don't have to worry about nearly as much of that bullshit.
Agreed.
It'd be cool if the Shugenja was an air Shugenja and could just,
Extract from him. Also, I know from last time there's a rodent in a corner that's very interested in your conversation.
hit him in the face.
Doesn't happen. He talks about how the most recent poisonings were involved with, what's her name? Hold on. The daimyo's daughter, Heichi Yaka, and her pet boar. And also, recently there's been a cluster of poisonings around the well. Yes, actually, that's how it's spelled, Heichi Yaka.
Nice. Okay, I thought I heard that.
Well, actually, Heichi, my bad, not Heiji. KG. War Clan
In a
fan.
roundabout, right?
He said yes. It's been unfortunate for business, but for the most part, there are many wells, and that the water source has been restored at the Three Horses River. Hopefully, we'll stem this tide of sickness. He bows and says, "Perhaps I've said too much. I hope you enjoy your tea." And
Wait, come back.
he
Converse with us.
he stands by and he says, "I have many other patrons to attend to. Is there anything specific?"
It's your time.
So what? What'd you say, Charlie?
Thank you for your time.
No, he bows and he thanks you for his time as well.
Yeah.
What do y'all do?
I'm gonna go get some coffee.
I suppose Chris spelled destroy wrong, but why don't we go check out that place he was talking about? Let's see if anyone else wants to do anything.
No coffee, only tea.
What about that Ronin who's eyeballing us? Wait, I'm gonna roll perception.
No, roll
My new
perception.
perception.
I'm going to wonder if they have any leftover Shugenja scrolls, because they don't seem to have any priests around.
It's a 6. I don't notice the Ronin looking at us.
The room is still very somber tone. Everyone's still kind of talking around you. Your tea is getting cold.
I take a sip.
That is not particularly, I guess, doesn't stand out as any tea you've actually ever had, but it also isn't that fantastic.
Yeah, mediocre,
Yes,
like the rest of this place.
good way to talk about it.
But are you gonna put it in a Yelp review or something?
Possibly. Drew,
No, I put away my cell phone.
Yep, I'm just pronouncing it mediocre.
Drew, did you want to roll for perception or investigation?
Yeah, I did. I rolled a 6 on perception, so I don't notice that Ronin looking at us.
No.
Also, don't you mean Relp?
You're awful. You're awful.
Or Yerp?
Yarp. Okay. I'm not the most perceptive guy, but I got a 3 now, so I was excited to roll perception for something.
You still notice nothing.
Not even gonna bother because I'd probably get.
Philip said it out loud, so I just assumed that it was noticeable enough for all of us to notice without rolling.
Well,
Is
it was
that-
actually a roll y'all did last time that allowed y'all to notice this.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So he's
okay. Well, I'm gonna retroactively say I'm blind.
Yep, I'm going to not mention it and not address it in any way.
to be
because
fair.
I'm too, focusing on the matters arcane.
To be fair, last time Tokumatsu also got heavy burns on him, so
Oh yeah, something continents, right?
Yes, sinner.
yeah, incontinence.
Yeah. Incontinence. Yeah, disturbing countenance.
Yeah, that happened.
Good times.
I'm scary looking now. Heal me, Shugenja.
I tried. I really did. But there's only so much duct tape I can slap on your ass.
That's okay. I really shouldn't have waged inside a bonfire. That was kind of dumb.
But it was
Yeah.
heroic.
It's not heroic if I don't succeed. That's the way I see it.
At least you tried.
God damn it. Trapped here in the board and I can't even save a life. I'm gonna cry to myself. Wait, I have to keep my own. Yes, I'm totally not just dwelling on the fact that I can't do anything.
No, by the way, as time passes, a member of the War Clan walks up and hands Tokumatsu a letter.
Oh God. I can't read.
Now, as you open it, it
Oh,
reads.
okay.
Wait, do you want me to say it out loud, or do you want me to send it to you in a private message?
No, that's fine. These fools can. These guys can contain themselves, I'm sure.
Okay. Basically, it reads aloud that in honor of your heroism, they've offered you fealty to the Boar clan, as well as access to a Makoto in the Boar clan, which is basically a person
They're
that arranges
fucking trying to.
marriages.
Oh my god.
Arrange yourself a marriage.
This is like my character's arc. Like, he's been trying to get married.
Yeah. So it wasn't all for naught. They are very thankful of your deeds.
And some wonderful lady gets to marry a jerky man.
Ninja. He's filling his ninja, whatever they call it.
Oh God! Some
Yeah.
poor woman is going to have to marry the English patient.
But yeah, basically, what are you gonna do?
Oh man. Do I have to
We have
pay
more. You
this
can
guy?
be Naked Snake too.
No, you don't have to pay this guy. This is all stuff you have to do yourself. Like, you can either, you don't have to swear fealty to the Vor clan, you don't have to get married, but if you want to, they're there.
Yeah.
That
Get
would probably
married.
kind of a time limit on how offensive my like delayed response can be, right?
Not really, per se. I mean,
It's time to get swifty.
and for mechanical purposes, don't worry about the time frame in which you answer to this one. Just know they're there.
Yes,
Okay.
once we get out of here,
Yeah, I'll
send a
be
letter
gonna
back
make
saying,
it out.
hey,
Hit me up. Yeah.
Yeah, to send back a letter.
I'll
Art.
I'll tuck this this missive into my storage area.
Toby.
Ooh, baller.
Toby. That's your storage thing, I think.
Obi-Wan.
It's been a while.
Sash.
I could be wrong.
Obi's
You're-
a sash.
The day passes on as several samurai sit there with tea, making no decision whatsoever.
Yep. I am actually going to. Who would I talk to in the Boar clan to get access to any scrolls that they might still be keeping from the last time they had Shugenja? Because if memory serves, they don't actually have any Shugenja.
Yeah, that is true. You remember that they do not have any Shigenja. There's no one you know currently that would have that access to that information. You'll have to ask around.
I will do so.
Okay, I suppose you can talk to somebody in the facility. It could be the Ronin, it could be anybody at any of the table. It'd be a courtier gossip roll, though.
Yes. Before I do that, though, I'm going to quietly invoke Benetton's Touch,
Ooh.
which gives me 1 keep 1 plus 3 to all social rolls within an hour. Go action air ring.
Yeah, roll it.
All right, Baller. Let's get that rolling. I keep rolling.
Does the spell like give you like a constant breeze that like blows back your luscious hair and makes you more appealing to people while you talk to them?
Something like that. It also invokes their come to create illusion of beauty.
Okay, so what I said.
Yes, in a sense. Yeah, I'd say that does it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
So right now I'm currently rolling a 5 keep 4 plus 3 on all my social stuff, except for courtier and etiquette, which are 3 currently. So yeah, that's 7 keep 4. Yeah, that's pretty good. So
What I miss? What are we looking at?
Oh, they're currently still at the table. You didn't miss much. Asako Khan is attempting to roll to make himself more appealing to people before he starts asking information.
Sidelines and compliment them. Just like try to make it look like people are into it.
Yes.
Compliment Asako Khan from the sides.
Oh, snap. That's pretty high. So who are you addressing specifically? There are 2 people at each table around you and the Ronin in the quarter.
I'm definitely not talking to the rodent. I'm actually looking for somebody who looks like there's someone in the Boar clan, ideally someone of relatively high rank, so that I can, given what I've just done for the clan, I can address this issue. Ideally, the spell that I'm looking for is, well, I'm probably not going to have any void magic, but there is a specific, either water, one specific water and one specific air spell that I'm sort of hoping they have.
In order to determine someone's rank, you'd have to do like a lore Heldry or a lore, I believe it was honor.
I'm willing to do that.
Do you have any of that?
I've got Sage.
Oh yeah. Well, oh yeah. I guess you do. Fair enough.
Damn.
Holy crap! That's from a 4 keep 3. Tense.
Yep.
Okay. As you look around, I still don't get the points of those skills because that makes no sense. But you find Haichi Cheiko is sitting next to you, who wears garments of, for a boar at least, more prestigious than most.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, yes, that's exactly how it's spelled.
Oh, I know how to use that. I use that name for characters all the time.
You turn around and address her. She is enjoying tea, sitting next to another Boar clan, but they aren't exactly making conversation.
Pardon me a moment. I hate to interrupt, but I was wondering, since I'm currently the only one who can entreat the kami in this area, I was wondering if there are any divination scrolls that might have been kept from an earlier time. Given what has been going on, I was sort of hoping I might be able to divine the future if I can get the proper material.
She bows. Well, she stands up and bows again as the presence of a Shugenja in such a long time. And she goes on to say that while she knows of no such items, the Haichi Daiki might know such a thing. He typically resides in the graveyard.
I will seek him then. Thank you.
She bows and returns to her tea.
Yep.
Okay. So, just as a reminder, 3 points of location now that are of interest. The sick boar, the well, and the graveyard.
I was planning on going to the graveyard now that I have somewhere to go. Try to get this information.
Okay. Does anybody have any other destinations or questions or whatnot?
I kind of want to check out the well.
I'm gonna.
Okay, we got
Yeah.
one for the well and one for the graveyard. Do we want to split up, gang, or do we want to keep going to the same area?
I said he's
I'm gonna
still
follow the courtier around.
I defer to the guy who can bend the universe to his will.
Me too.
Okay,
And
so,
You are right to defer to me.
alright. Sounds like Chris is going to the well by himself and everyone else is going with Asaku Khan.
Oh god, it's going to end up with a Timmy down the well situation, isn't it?
Maybe. Something like that. Who knows? Anyway, we'll start with Chris, since
Shoot.
our wayward friend has been so patient with us and our sessions.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm gonna hit the well where everyone's getting sick at.
Alright, you move to the well. It is an open-top well meant to gather water in times of drought. It's been obviously more people are using it now since the water versus the river has dried up for such a long time. It's in the middle of technically a peasant village, but as you can see, everyone is very comfortable with each other. Both samurai, peasant, and Edda typically share. You know, still hear me?
I can hear you.
Alright, cool. So a samurai outside of the great clans, it's a little uncomfortable, but for the most part, everyone's at Cherry's disposition except for the people getting sick.
I'm trying not to see if I have a container with me. I think I have a flask.
Would you like to roll an investigation check? Roll investigation. he said dramatically.
Hey, I get the wrong investigation. Alright, well, I mean, I'd hope I could just look in my backpack to see if I have a flask.
Now, if I made your character, but I didn't, do you...
This is when I made...
This is true. Did you have a bottle of water as part of your starting gear?
It does not look like I did.
Dang.
Well, I had a traveling pack. I think that just holds stuff.
It
Trap
does.
making gear, camouflage,
It holds,
traveling
it holds
pack,
10
letters.
specific things.
Yeah, you may not have set it up when you started your character.
Yeah.
It's been sake for days. I'm guessing I should still have a sake bottle left over then.
I'll take that as something you might likely be carrying.
I want to draw some water from the well and put it in an empty sake bottle.
You start drawing water from the well. It is not hard. There's a bucket there with rope attached to it. Many people use it. No one really questions you. As you pull it up, you notice that there are several origami figures inside of your bucket, clambering around the water.
And like trains.
Like nasty smelling.
No, not nasty smelling, just, wet pieces of paper that have just been accumulating at the bottom of the well.
But like bacteria and so on. It doesn't smell like it's just bad water.
I mean, the water smells fine for the most part.
Okay. Back to Mark.
What shape is the origami in the shape of trains, people?
For the most part, it's cranes, but there's occasionally also a chrysanthemum. But they're all wet and kind of disfigured, so it's hard to tell.
B, but go ahead and take a sample of water.
Okay, you take a sample of water.
Are there any villagers nearby?
Yes, there are several villagers nearby. They're also getting water from the well.
Yes, to me, what's up with the origami in the well?
They bow, and they say, occasionally, as the origami drops from the castle, it will reach the well. Sometimes kids also drop origami into the well. They think it's delightful watching the cranes bob around until they sink. So far, it's been a delight seeing some cheer to this empty mountain realm.
Indeed, it sounds like the kids are having a lot of fun.
jig.
Might I ask, what's that?
Jigs.
Shut up, Charlie. You're not here.
Can you elaborate on that?
Sorry, elaborate on what?
The origami that's flying from the castle.
He bows, and he says that, I believe it's from the lady, hold on, I have her name somewhere. There we go. The Scorpion Code, or the Samurai Code from the Scorpion Clan. She made an escape attempt a while ago, and it was punished severely. And now she is watched constantly by our Lord's her son. We were told
What's her name again? Sorry.
They don't know her name, but you've met her before.
The
She hasn't really introduced herself, though.
into. Sorry, I'm trying to make a. I'm gonna forget. Okay, sorry. All right.
They go on to say that every... Sorry, go ahead.
No, continue.
They say that every morning and every evening, right as the sun sets and the sun rises, she releases a bundle of origami, or constructs. It's a delight for the children and the villagers alike. It's almost a collectible thing.
Ooh, I might have to stick around and watch this.
Technically, you have several times. You've been here for a while.
Hey, I keep forgetting.
That's okay. We stretch our campaigns from each other. It's fine.
Alright, you know about the sicknesses, right?
He says, yes, my son himself is also sick.
Might I ask when he fell ill?
He says he's been ill for at least a week. It's been odd. He has not seemed at us or MO's doorstep, but he is definitely very ill and unable to recover. It's nothing like we've seen recently. Most of them almost seem like snake bites, but this one is more. It seems pestilent than it is deadly.
Listen. Thank you for your time, good sir. I hope your son does well.
He bows and he thanks you, kind samurai. Back to the other group. As y'all approach the graveyard, you'll notice that it being guarded by 2 samurai and a giant, or not giant statue, at least a 10-foot statue made of pure jade to MO.
To MO?
To MO.
Oh.
MO. Sorry. The Fortune of Death.
No.
Oh.
It's a legitimate graveyard. You know, gravestones, burial plots, flowers on everything. It's pretty big too.
We hail the guards.
They bow and they recognize who you all are immediately. They say, "What can we do for the honored clans?"
They know what my clan is?
They're trying to be vague on purpose. They don't know what your clan is. Your clan was established after they went into hiding.
Man, I do not know him.
But anyway, so I told them that we've heard there was interesting happenings at the graveyard. Asked if we've come to investigate.
Now I'm seeking the wisdom of the one who dwells here, because he is most likely to retain the knowledge of former years and perhaps material I might use to divine the future.
That too.
He says, "Very interesting. What information are you seeking, Honored Shigeru?"
I was wondering if any of the spell scrolls of the previous four Shigenja survive to this day, and if if I might examine them to determine if one of them is one such that can provide us more clues about what is going on.
He strokes his beard, and he says, "The last Shugenja we officially had was a Seppun Katsu. But he died by accident many years ago before the Destroyer War. I believe... Hold on. Heiichi Kameo would know what happened to his remains. I believe she was in charge of his burial. Or her father was, at least. I can't recall. His was an honored one. He's not actually in this graveyard. Although we honor many of our dead here.
People. Where they buried the honored people?
They say there's a private graveyard only known to the daimyo and some of his more trusted individuals. I believe Heiichi Kameo would have buried him, or helped with it at least. She might know of what you're looking for. She may not be able to point you to the graveyard, but she might know what happened to his scrolls.
Do you know who would?
Heiichi Kameo.
Could you direct me to?
He bows and says that she's usually on guard duty at the moment. She's actually in the... dang it, hold on, I forgot the name of the forest. The forest down there as the plateau rises.
I shall have to approach her then when she is no longer on guard.
He bows and he says, she'll mostly likely be changing shifts as the sun sets. Is there anything else I can tell you? There's plenty more stories to go around. In fact, I'm very interested in your particular group. I understand y'all are new here.
Phantom Matter speaking, yes.
He says, I'd be very interested in hearing about your exploits elsewhere. It's not a common occurrence that we get news from the outside.
I tell him that I can regale him with the honorable tales of the Oriole clan
He'd
at
be
a later date.
Oh. This news of later dates saddens him, but he understands. He technically shouldn't be getting too
Chummy.
gossipy while on guard.
Yep, that was why I wasn't going to be doing much of that. I just asked for directions.
He apologizes for his gregarious nature and I guess returns back to his post.
Shoulders slightly more slump, as the nature of a guard is.
Yes, return to the guard position. Back to Chris. Chris, what are you doing? Brett. Chris? Well, he had his chance. Back to y'all.
Yep, we go and we talk to the person that we haven't talked to before about the matter that we're interested in.
Heiichi Kamyo?
Yep.
Alright, you saunter off down to the forest. It has a name, but I have to pull up the actual Book of Earth to look at. Yeah, sorry, Chris. Had your chance. Don't worry, you got another one.
Eventually.
She's currently guarding where the path meets another path called the Odie's Path, which is supposedly haunted, but they're the reason they're technically haunted. Oh, dang. There went Chris. Anyway, she looks immediately disturbed that y'all are meeting her at once.
Well, I do try to sort of step away from the others to speak with her so I'm not crowding her, because that tends to make guards nervous.
I mean, she bows and she's as polite as possibly can, but she is saying everything in a very quivered tone.
Oh, my apologies. I was told that you might be the only one to be able to tell us what exactly happened to the Shugenja scrolls that the Boar have in their possession. For there is a spell that I know of that could be of great help to your clan, but unfortunately I did not bring it with me, and as we're sort of cut off from additional resupply at the moment, I'm sort of hoping that they are within your stores.
She bows deeply and she says, I apologize, they no longer exist.
Interesting.
She says nothing else. She just sits there and awkwardly stares at you and everybody else.
Roll interrogation.
You can also roll awareness if you want to see how she's feeling.
I will do so.
Everyone roll awareness. Because
I don't need awareness to know she's feeling awkward.
Oh yeah, I expect it to be awkward, but I'm sort of hoping I can smooth things over just a little bit.
Chris can feel her from the village. But that roll especially.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
What about Charlie? What does Charlie feel?
Well, am I supposed to roll awareness?
Yes, you're involved with the group that's currently talking to her.
Missed if there was a. Is there a?
Nope, just awareness.
Just awareness.
Just awareness. Your ability to gauge how she feels emotionally.
I rolled a 4. She
Yeah.
seems sad for no reason.
No. For those who are not a Sakugan, and I guess Chris, in a silly manner, she merely feels awkward and unresponsive, but he could tell she's actually more afraid and tense than anything else.
Interesting.
You said we, like the bad rolls could tell she's afraid, or
No, the
just-
bad rolls cannot tell she's afraid and tense.
Why would she be afraid, though? I look deep within her soul and try to find the secrets within.
Roll soul looking. I'm just kidding, that doesn't exist.
I was thinking either investigation or courtier.
You could try. I mean, you can ask her questions further. That's always another thing.
That's sort of what I'm assuming is I roll like I'm going to ask her questions, but at the current moment it's 10 o'clock and my loquaciousness has certain limits.
That is fair.
That's what I got for the courtier roll, as I attempt to set her at her ease enough so that she opens up about information, either that I want to know about or things that she'll randomly blurt out in her nervous.
She's definitely at ease, and she carefully looks around and she asks the group, or asks the Shinji if the rest of the group can be trusted.
I believe so. If not, I will see to it in person.
She bows and says, "You have to be absolutely sure." Are you absolutely sure?
Yes.
Okay. She requests you to follow her and the rest of the group.
Yep.
She takes y'all deeper into the woods. Eventually you happen upon 5 small graves. And she specifically points out one of them that says Seppun Katsu. She says in a very disparaging tone that this was my father. He was killed because at the beginning of the Destroyer War, he used Imperial authority to request the Borg clan support the rest of the clans. The daimyo at the time, or the height, what's his name, Jomei at the time, took him to his private quarters and murdered him.
How deeply troubling.
She agrees.
That is certainly not in the best interest of the Empire.
She agrees. She points out these are the other graves of the other people that have tried such things. Most of them are Imperial.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We're talking to the guard lady,
Yes,
right?
this is Haichi Kamyo.
She's still explaining things to Asako Khan.
I mean, you're all there. You're all witnessing this, except for Chris.
Okay. I roll etiquette roll.
Okay.
See if she wouldn't mind elucidating not her entire duties, but like what her role as a guards person is.
She says she has been typically kept out here to guard both the forest and to keep an eye on these graves.
She never goes anywhere else.
She comes back to sleep and to be part of discussions involving the current Jomei.
Does she get pretty lonely out here?
Does she need any companionship?
Oh my goodness. She says, while it is lonely, she feels safer out here more than anything.
I can imagine. And I'm currently giving the death eye to both of you.
Hey, I was just finishing Charlie's sentence because he obviously forgot the end of it.
Anyway, back to Chris. Chris,
Hey.
are you there this time?
I can literally give people the death eye. Don't tempt me.
Chris,
Why is
I
there blood?
beseech you.
Why is blood pouring out of my eye sockets?
Gaze
Dumb
into the
words.
hypnotic power of my evil
I cannot
eye.
hear you.
Calm down,
Oh.
Ghost Rider.
Never to return.
Cast you back into the void.
Oh, poor Chris's internet. I know the feel. I recently had to argue with my internet provider about this. Look how crystal clear my internet is. It's not.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
It says it's connected. Yes, it says its voice is connected. All right. I said before I went to a well. Connection. I'm going to a well that doesn't have people poisoned around it.
Yeah.
I want to
Okay.
get.
Do you go to that well? It is. Alright, what are you going to do with that
Pull
well?
up some water.
The water, it has far fewer cranes in it. Or paper origami in it.
Any particular type of origami that seems to be missing that I noticed in the last well?
No, the origami are all the same. At least the ratio is the same. Except less.
In this well aren't sick, or they just less sick?
There's nobody sick around this well.
A sample of this water, and I'm going to mark the bottle with an H.
Man, you're the most scientific samurai that exist. But yes, you can do that.
Well done, Sherlock Solomon.
Now I just gotta find Shugenja to talk to the spirits of the water inside of these bottles.
Indeed.
I'll get right on that in a bit.
You recall that they were heading towards the graveyard. Unless you want to investigate the other thing while you're over here.
I did drink a lot of sake. I might have one bottle left. What time is it?
It's about mid-afternoon. It's getting kind of dark, but not too dark.
I want to watch the cranes fly out anyway from the castle, so I'll go to one more well that doesn't. Wait, how many wells have sick people? Just one?
They have a total of 3 wells. Because stuff like this happens.
That has sick people.
Okay, my bad. We'll let Chris finish up and then we'll stop for tonight. Is that cool, Will?
Sorry, don't mind me. I was just being a smart ass. Keep going.
Okay, if anybody needs to stop, we'll stop. Just write it in the text message.
I do have to go to bed early tonight, so after this, my campaign might be done.
That's fine.
Chris has asked what time it is, so I obliged him.
Alright, Chris, you got one more well.
I pull up water from that well.
You go to that well, there is also a tremendous amount of cranes in it. People are sick around it.
I put the water in the bottle, and I'm going to take one of the cranes.
You take a very soggy crane. It falls apart. It loses its shape immediately as you grasp it.
Of the soggy crane in the bottle, and then I seal it.
Why are you
And then,
putting the crane in the bottle? It'll only screw up my divination.
one sick bottle without a crane, so this one is going to have a crane.
He also doesn't know much about Shugenja anyway, so that's reasonable.
Yeah, alright, that's fine.
I don't have spirit knowledge.
He doesn't have more Shugenja.
He left his metagame stone at home.
Yep. All right. Anything else,
Legit play.
anything else you want to do, Chris?
I think I'm good. I'm gonna head back to the inn after washing my hands in a good well.
Okay, for just
Spread the poison.
purposes' sake, as you know, the sun starts setting, and on your way back to the inn, you see, you know, at the top of the castle, suddenly a giant, you know, cloud of origami is suddenly released as the children run around and glee trying to catch all these origami figures. Some hit the ground almost immediately, others drift further out into the village and everywhere.
I comment on that being really pretty.
It is really pretty. Thank you. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, I'm about good. I'm probably gonna go in about 8 minutes, unless you need me, because I'm gonna give the samples to the Shigenja in the inn.
All right, you head back to the inn. Is there anything else the other group wants to do within the next 8 minutes?
Not particularly. Not if there's not really scrolls that I can get my hands on.
Nope. She informs you that the scrolls of the Shigenja was burned upon his
I still have
upon his death.
questions.
All right, Charlie, what's your questions?
Love of the
I just want to know how many people she sees in a day out here.
She says it's not often. They get visitors in.
Not often.
She says that the scouting group would see more people. Y'all met them, I believe, when y'all were invited to be guests.
Was that the group that got horrifically murdered coming with us, or am I thinking of another group?
No, that's you weren't actually involved with that group, Asaku-kan. It was just Kevin, Drew, and Charlie at the time. It was kind of a prologue to coming over here. Basically, the three Boar Samurai helped murder a bunch of bandits and then threatened them to either die or become guests of the, lair.
What are the odds that there's a copy of these scrolls somewhere?
Probably not.
No.
That generally isn't how Shigenja work.
Well, generally doesn't mean it's not impossible.
Well, I guess if you want to
Should we ask around?
do you want to dig up the Shigenja's body and see if he had any on his person?
No, honestly, if what she told us is correct, even asking around risks having the current leader turn on us, if only to prevent us from discovering whatever horrible secret resulted in the deaths of the last few people.
She also just a note. Maybe I didn't make this clear, or forgot to mention it, but the current Jomei is not the Jomei she's talking about. This is the next in line since that man. This is a new Jomei.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I don't expect that he'd murder anybody for suggesting that they aid the clans. It's not even a realistic consideration at this point. But what I am worried about is him murdering us to cover up things that his father did to protect his father's name.
Oh, that's also an assumption. And Chris left. I mean, you never know.
She did.
Not until you ask, or get killed asking, or not get killed asking.
All right, I'm perfectly willing to let them get killed asking. Then I will learn things.
There you go. Meat shield to the end. Well, is there any more questions? As people slowly leave.
Not currently, unfortunately.
That's right. Drew, do you have any questions? Or anything you want to interact with?
No, I think the only thing I'm probably going to do is actually do a call out to the water kami and see if any of these wells are tainted. Just to find the source of the sickness.
That'll be next game, because you're nowhere near the wells.
Yeah, we'll deal with that next game.
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right. Anyway, congratulations. Everybody gets 7
Charlie
XP.
Charlie wanted to do something, Philip.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Charlie. What would you...
I still wanted to roll
Roll with a roll.
so that I can see how she feels about her current predicament.
Okay.
Just
What do you want to roll for that?
kind of do a courtier role, so it's more of like kind of try to get her to gossip a little bit.
Okay.
if there's anything particularly juicy or anything she might feel slightly bitter about, other than the obvious.
Okay.
And I rolled a 27.
27.
Yeah, 27.
Let's see. Let me look at my gossip section. She notes that while there are many great clans people around here, that some of them are less loyal or less enthusiastic about being guests as others have been.
What about herself? Is she
said-
enthusiastic about being a guest?
She's Boar Clan, so she's not really a guest. She's straight up Boar Clan.
Her dad's a Sepun.
Her dad is Sepun, but her mother was a Boar Clan. She's technically Boar Clan.
Yep.
But she talks about that, if given the option, she would gladly rejoin the Empire.
Maybe that's what I'm asking.
Yes, she would prefer to be less isolated as a clan.
Yep. All right. I'll fix all of their issues. You start working on the escape plan. That's a perfect divide of labor.
She agrees, but she also asks to be very subtle.
Okay,
She-
perhaps not a good idea.
I tell her I'm a blacksmith. Subtlety's my middle name.
Which explains why there was always that courtier running around.
Tink, yes. Tim immediately breaks a grave with his mighty hammer.
Oh, for God's sakes, don't desecrate the graves. That's how you get, you can't unquiet.
Don't put
dead.
words in my mouth.
Whatever, zombies are rising now. All the zombies appear. Kill everybody. Good job, Kevin. Good
You
job.
realize I can totally cast them back to the darkness with which they came.
Nope, too
And
many
we get
zombies.
XP for it.
Too many zombies. Anyway, everyone gets 7 XP.
Alrighty.
Good job,
7
everybody.
XP.
Much, but there's much mystery and a lot more intrigue than I expected. So,
Yep.
7 XP.
Yep, my willpower is now 5, so...
Holy crap.
Right. Yep, my stamina is the next thing I'm going to raise. So I got that thing that lets me reduce the amount of XP my Earthring costs.
Nice. What's that called?
Elemental Blessing Earth.
Oh, nice.
It is already officially paid for itself, so yay.
Yay! Of course, I hand out XP like candy, so that wasn't too hard. Anyway, stopping recording.